another Wednesday whiskey review from your boys, the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today we got Johnnie Walker Green Label. Michael, tell them what's up.
Johnnie Walker Green Label is a blend, which, depending on your preference, you like or don't like. However, I like it, and I don't really care about all of your opinions and feelings. No, I'm just kidding.
Fair.
No, this one is just, it's a great option to have. It's a blend of 5 different scotches, but what's nice about this is it's readily available. It kind of checks a box if you're looking specifically for, it's a lot of water.
Oh, yeah. Gotta rinse that palate, bruv.
Check in the box if you really want to get, some sort of a Scotch collection going. It's a good one to have within your repertoire, but it's also just a nice smooth drinker, especially for aged at 15 years, which we'll discuss what that actually means. Again, because this is a blend of 5, but
4.
The website says 5 for the Green Label 15.
Talisker, Linkwood, Craigenmore, and Kalila.
Perfect. Box says 4, the website said 5. Johnny, fix your stuff. But any Hoosiers, they have lots of different options regarding their products. Basically, they have a lot of SKUs.
Johnnie Walker really picks the different corners of Scotland, or at least they try to pick corners. You can see on the back there's a map of Scotland, and it's definitely not the corners of Scotland. But what they try to do is they try to take a whiskey from Islay, try to take one from the islands, Highland, Lowland, and get 4 corners of Scotland when they actually blend their product to make something that they want to enjoy. This Green Label, though, even though it does take something from Kalila, which is the Islay whiskey distillery, traditionally known for very peaty, and their Kalila 12, we had it on our show. It's an absolutely fantastic product, very smoky, very peaty. But for the Green Label, they actually took the unpeated version of Kalila. So this is probably going to be a very low peated, if any. We're probably not going to be able to taste any peat notes at all, which is going to be fascinating. So 4 corners of Scotland in this Johnnie Walker Green Label. Like Mike said, this is 15 years, and they do add a little caramel color, which we'll take note of when we do actually open this bottle up, sip it, and see if we really think that the color of the whiskey matches what we believe it should be.
Can't beat that.
So label branding, what do we got?
Well, it's packaging, so it's automatically an A.
Love that.
And then from there, let's actually open this and dive into it. Here's my first pet peeve with this, okay? I'm opening this. We see the label.
Yeah.
Okay? When it first was opened, it was backwards.
What do you mean?
So you saw the back of the label from here, and they boxed it that way. They boxed it with the front label matching this.
Is that how it should be?
I don't know. So in my experience, I'm opening this away from me.
Right.
And then I lift the bottle up.
Oh, that's
and
fair.
now I'm looking at the back of the label.
That's a good call.
Instead of the front.
Yeah.
So that drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Might have been the packager. Now
I'm interested. What does the other stuff do? Well,
You already opened it.
I already opened that, so I
Right?
don't even know, bro.
So, obviously, I've been drinking. Responsibly, of course, but I already opened it.
When you opened it and you saw the back, did you immediately think of, I'm going to bring this up during the whiskey review?
Yeah, I was annoyed. I'm like, this is something worth noting, so I'm bringing it up. Because nobody, when you open the bottle, you want to see the front label. It's like, oh my goodness, it's finally here. This is a great collection edition, and even if it's not to you, it's just standard Green Label 15 year, who cares?
Yeah.
To other people, it might be the top shelf option that they have ever. So who knows, right? You can't judge. It's Scotch.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I lifted the bottle out, and I was looking at the back label. Not a fan. I want that front label. I want to get punched in the face by Johnny. Didn't happen. I was talking to his sister. So
Hell yeah.
here's what we got. I like it. I like that it's at an angle. Y equals MX plus B.
Hell yeah.
I feel like it checks all the boxes regarding label and branding for us. It is a real cork. It's got a jagged, perforated, crisp tear off, I guess, to call it, to kind of guide it.
So opening experience was fun.
It was exciting,
Good.
except it was backwards.
I do like that they do have that perforated around there, because sometimes, like with the makers we just did, you take off that wax and it's just like an oblong shape.
Yeah.
And it ruins the presentation of the bottle after you opened it. Where this is very nice and crisp. I do like that.
It is nice and clean. So for me, I'm A plus check.
Love that. Let's go, baby. Label branding, A+ check. I like that. It's very fair. And I do like the color green. So it's also an added bonus.
Same.
I will say though, I don't understand why they start putting serving facts on some of these boxes. I don't know.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't know
Nobody
who
cares. It's
like
one
mandated
bottle, bro.
that, but I don't even know how many calories I'm drinking. I'm not drinking this for the health. You know.
Serving size is 1 bottle.
Yeah, right. It says 1.5 fluid ounces. Yeah. Try me, nerd.
You drink your water?
Of course, dude. I ain't no rookie. Rook.
Have you had this before?
I don't know if I've had green.
Have you had gold?
Gold? I don't really know. I've had blue.
I've had blue, I've had gold, I've had green.
I don't know if I've had any other ones. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a big I was never a big Johnnie Walker guy. Like, I never sought it out.
Oh, you went right to Macallan?
Because I like single malts. Yeah. Well, my first one was like a 20 bottle of McClelland, not McClellan.
20 bottles?
$20 bottle.
A
Sorry.
$20 bottle.
Of McClelland.
I started with
McCallan.
Dewar's White Label.
So you were always blended.
No, I was always a problem child.
That's fair. Okay, so nose.
Dude, this is your homeland, bro. I mean, not literally, ancestrally, but like this is where you love to be.
I know.
You smell that? What do you got? I'm getting some smoke. I'm getting some peat.
Really? I'm not getting any smoke or peat.
Dude, I'm getting a little bit of Scotch welcomeness. You're not
No,
at all?
I'm getting just fresh pear, some candied ginger.
How much Scotch do you drink that you can bypass?
There's no peat in this.
Bro.
Literally, the Kalila.
Regionally, I understand.
There's no peat in this.
Smell this. Dude, compared to what we just smelled,
Well, yeah, but this
it was American
This
corn
is sweet.
and
There's no
wax.
smoke in here. You're getting smoke?
Yeah.
I think you're having a stroke.
I'm not having a stroke. And then what's going to happen is we're going to do 2 more Scotch reviews. And I'm going to be like, holy but Jesus, that's what's going to happen.
So normally Johnnie Walker does have peat in it
Yeah, blue is super peaty.
because they use Kalila peated. This is Kalila non-peated.
I understand.
So they actively removed the peat from this one. This is 0 ppm, bro.
Smell that, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of pear,
There's-
peach, candied ginger.
Candy Jill, who are you?
Fun fact, the first time I had candied ginger was right after I had a cup of black coffee. Ruined candied ginger for the entire rest of my life. This is the most disgusting experience I've ever had.
Okay, what are you rating this nose so we can drink?
It's pretty sweet on the nose. I think it's going to be actually too sweet. So I'm actually going to go B check.
I was going to go
check.
B minus.
Okay, let's go B minus check.
B minus check.
Peach, candy ginger,
Yep.
and pear and apple. It's very fruit forward.
If you want, go to the link in our bio.
Golly, dude.
If you
that was-
want to, go to the link in our bio before I got rudely interrupted by sinus congestion over here. And pick up your own dram diary from our boy Greg, who hooked us up with ours. Binder's not included. That was a gift. But if you want to follow along with the pieces of paper and get your own binder, by all means, please feel free. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. This is a 15-year product. This does look very light, which is shocking because I believe that there is a E150 caramel coloring added to this. So I'm kind of interested because this does look very light, but not nearly as light as the product that we're going to be reviewing in 2 weeks. So go check that out because that is a very light.
Which means 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah, correct.
So, all right, initial taste. Take a sip. I already did. I love this. There's not enough peat. I want more Mother Earth. Set it on fire.
First initial impression.
I want the barrel to sit in moss for 7 years. What?
First initial impression is a green apple Jolly Rancher.
It's delicious, isn't it?
It's very delicious. It's very
Is this
sweet.
better than you thought it'd be?
Yeah.
They are who we thought they were.
Green apple Jolly Rancher right off the tongue. That's exactly what I'm getting. That's kind of followed by like candied peaches a little bit. Like you're getting that caramel, that kind of brown sugar, but with that very ripe peach on it.
Who takes a peach and candied it and then offered it to you so that you can enjoy it as a delectable treat?
Yes, everybody.
I'm getting wood sugar and green apple.
I mean, I agree. I'm also getting candied peaches, and I'm getting some ripe pears. Like, this is a very fresh green fruit type of product.
I'm getting wet grass.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm getting that more in the ending note. The initial taste is very sweet. Like, very sweet. Exactly as sweet as I thought it would be when you smelled it. It is not a peated product. This is not spicy. This is a very sweet whiskey. I'll leave it at that. Palate, I'm going to go B, solid B.
I
do you
agree.
go?
I agree on the initial taste. Ending note.
Well, you love this. So do you actually agree with me on the B, or you just
it's
settle?
still a blended Scotch, bro.
I know.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it where it is.
All right. I trust you.
It's called realism.
Green
No
apple,
participation
Jolly
trophies in the
Rancher.
Buffalo Happy Hour rating system.
That's fair. Yo,
This
we'll
thing-
crush you.
This thing does have some legs on it too, though.
It's
See
better.
that?
It's friggin' 15 years old, bro.
I know. It's walked some couple miles.
I said Jolly Ranchero, and now I'm hungry
So
for some Mexican food.
no, I'm 1,000% getting chicken wings. Okay, so
Nice.
ending note. I'm still getting more wet grass. That really doesn't go away. That kind of travels with it, which I'm fine with. I'm totally okay with that. I'm also kind of moving. I'm not getting it, but I can see the transition into fig. How, like, the bottom layers of fig, if you reached for it, would start to be incorporated, but it's not fully there yet. I'm kind of moving in that direction. It's getting
Yeah.
away from the fruit. It's getting into the wet grass and, like, touch of fig to round it out. There might be a cask that it sat in or was blended in. One of them. I just feel like there's some elements of fig in this.
European or American oak. Yeah, I'm not sure. I am getting a lot of like rainwater.
Are you getting any like
Kind of like
flower?
with what you're saying with the wet grass. Like that's very ending note for me.
Are you getting any like flower or kind of like a flower petal? Almost like a garnish that you weren't supposed to eat, but you were just too damn hungry.
Yeah. I think that's with that fresh
Yeah.
rainwater wet grass note.
Where would you rate this any note? For me, I'm not to skew your judgment. I'm at a B plus.
Can't skew my judgment, friend. My thoughts are my own. You skewed my judgment. So I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go B minus. So let's
Okay.
go B, solid B.
Solid B. So we're
Solid
B's all around. We got a B minus on the
B minus
nose,
check.
or B minus check on the nose. We got a B on the initial taste. We got a B on the ending note. Final rating. Derek, give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1. 81.
82.5.
Attaboy.
You know, I mean, it's just, yeah, you know, it's just one of those things where I feel like that makes sense for this. It's around $70, depending on where you are, to pick up this bottle. If you want to, grab your own, try it out, watch this review with us, and take a couple sips and see what you think. I mean, it might knock your socks off, or you might hate it. Who knows? Either way, it's a good piece, which brings us to our next segment. Derek, would you have this in your collection?
For 70 bones, I would, because of if I had money, which I don't, but if I had money and I was able to spend it basically on whatever I wanted,
We pour.
I would buy this bottle because the significance of Johnnie Walker Green Label cannot be understated. Johnnie Walker Green Label is a really nice bottle, and it's
Yeah.
a good presentation to have in your collection. Would I buy it if I only had $70 to my name and I needed whiskey right now because I'm an alcoholic and I just missed my last AA meeting? No. Because in that situation, there's just other scotches that I would prefer in that $70 price range. $70 is pretty, like, in that upper echelon of affordable scotches. And personally, we all know my views. I would prefer to go peat. But if I was going to go something like a Speyside or a sweeter whiskey, I'd probably stick with the Speyside region instead of a blended region. But again, Johnnie Walker Green Label is a very good whiskey. It's amazing. But for me, for my palate, I would not go with this for $70. What about you?
Yes, because it's already in my collection.
You can't just keep using that as an excuse. Tell the people why. Why'd you buy this?
Because it's Johnnie Walker Green Label 15 year, and I wanted to expand the specific Scotch collection. You can only buy so much Bullet. You can only buy so much Kentucky bourbon. You get sick of that, and you want to start branching out. So when you do, you kind of pick your next route. A lot of people that are able to enjoy it and appreciate Scotch go the Scotch route. Others go tequila, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, especially once you've kind of hammered bourbon and ryes. Once you're out of that and you want something new, you want to kind of try different cocktails. Rum only gets you so far. Tequila's that next logical step, and then it's just as expansive as Scotch is, especially once you get into different reposados and extra anejos and everything else. Like, it just kind of goes down that rabbit hole, whereas with Scotch, it's just that next piece. For me, I'm more known as a whiskey dude, not a tequila guy. It's great to have a couple of tequilas, but honestly, I'd rather just have different reposados and then really start collecting and having more scotches, because I'm always going to have bourbon at the house. It's just one of those things. My decanter is always going to have an inexpensive Elijah Craig. Like, it's there. It's great. It's a Tuesday. You just pour a quick drink. It's no big deal. Or you make cocktails with it, like whatever. But to start a Scotch collection, why not? You know, it's a name that everybody knows and appreciates and just kind of like tips your hat to, but it's just one of those things to just have. That's my final answer.
Yeah, it's a solid pick. I mean, this is like you mentioned, this is a good one to get somebody into Scotch.
Yeah.
It's a very approachable product.
Yeah!
So thank you for joining today's review of Johnnie Walker Green Label. We appreciate you all hanging around with us, and please check out next week where we go a little bit into Scotch, but kind of stick stateside, and you'll figure out what we mean if you tune in next week. We appreciate all of you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know a product that you would like us to review in the future. And we do always recommend you drink responsibly, be a good person, and Michael,
Do not litter.
we're out.